Predictive management is basically a cash flow management uh, activity, because what you're doing is you're trying to predict the financial position of the company over time. So what we do is we make assumptions, and we take historical data, and we combine the two and say, okay, here's what your revenue is going to be over the next month, 3 months, 6 months, a year, 2 years. And then we will take expenses and project, here's what you've been doing with your expenses. If you grow, we'll bump them up a little bit. We'll factor all these things in, and then we will say, okay, here's where you're at. You've got money in the bank, and here's what we project for 3 months from now. Okay, it may be that we say, okay, you've got money in the bank, but you're saying you're going to add a person, you're going to buy a vehicle, you're going to do these things. If you do that, in 3 months from now, it may be that you're in the red rather than in the black. And if you know that before you go purchase that vehicle or hire that person, it makes your life a lot easier. So many people will make decisions based on, okay, things are good, I've got a good surplus in the bank, I need a truck, I've been wanting a truck, I'm going to buy a new truck. Or I need a bigger building, I think I'll go rent something. They'll get themselves locked into a commitment. And then later on, when that surplus is gone and it's, time to pony up, they don't have the money to stay afloat. And that's really what cash flow management, predictive management's about, is trying to project where you're going to be so that you don't run out of money. That's probably one of the top causes of people going out of business, is they run out of money. Sometimes it's because they grow too fast. Sometimes it's because they spend too much. It just depends. But it can be that you can be doing a lot of things right, and if you don't manage your growth, that can kill you as bad as not having sales.
So, with what you do, tell me how you could help somebody see something that they wouldn't see on their own when it comes to maybe growing too fast.
Well, if we plug everything into the cash flow software, what it will do is, as we ratchet up revenues and we ratchet up expenses that go with getting those revenues, it will factor out into the big picture of where are you, how much money do you have in the bank over time. And what typically happens is you have to spend money to position yourself to get those higher sales. But then by the time you get those higher sales and you wait for the money to come in, you may have lost 30, 60, 90 days, and your expenses have gone up. But before you start to recoup the benefits of ramping up, you're out of money. And it's a timing issue, and that's where we can project. We can say, look, you can grow at 20%. If you go to 30, 35%, you're going to run out of money. And those are the kinds of things that if every business owner had cash flow management or predictive management, I think that the failure rate would be half what it is. That's just my personal opinion, but it's that important. I mean, cash is everything to a small business owner.
Mm-hmm.
And if you run out of cash, you got to go to the house. It's over. You can't recover, because nobody wants to loan you money when you need it. They want to loan you money when you got it. So that's what it boils down to, is just managing the money and making sure that you can have enough in the bank to fund the things you need to fund and get through it all.
That's awesome.